So, I didn't think I was ever gonna do a Star Wars video, but
you jumped on the bandwagon, I guess. I mean,
well, this is a movie that me and you both watched.
Right. Opening weekend.
Recent movie.
And we're both Star Wars fans.
Kinda.
You know. But before we get into our thoughts on the movie, do you think that anybody who is not a Star Wars fan and doesn't know about Star Wars would actually go to the movie to watch this? Or it's only for Star Wars fans, right?
Right. No one who is not a Star Wars fan.
It's not going to go to the movie to watch it.
Unless you're, like, dragged there by your parents.
Right. If you're a little 5-year-old or maybe 10-year-old and you get dragged by your parents,
that's what I think.
And they try to put you on
That's
to
what
Star
I think
Wars.
it is these days. That's what I think it is.
But let me tell you something. If I had a little one, I would want to put them on to all the Star Wars from the 70s. And don't you think that a lot of parents would try to do that? Like, put their kids on.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I think a lot of parents of parents who have kids who are fans of the first three.
Right.
The only good three.
You mean the episode 4, 5, and 6?
The only good three.
Right. Well, the original good three.
The only good three. Yes. But the Rise of Skywalker, Mike.
Yes, Rise of Skywalker. That's what we're here to talk about, because that's the big rage right now.
Did you like the movie?
Well, okay. I don't want to blow my load early. Okay, I don't want to say if I liked it or didn't like it. I just want to critique it a little bit. Let's critique the movie. And this is coming from somebody who's not an extreme fanboy of the movie.
But you just said you are.
No. I thought I was. But every time I watch or I go to one of the conventions or like a Comic-Con,
you realize
there's characters that I don't even know about.
That hardcore.
Right, I'm not that hardcore. But I've seen all the movies many times, like everybody else has.
I know what you're saying.
There's other people like Dark Nihilist, like people that dress up as Dark Nihilist. They know the whole saga a little more than I do. I'm coming at you from a person who started from the original, who I loved, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Yes, I love them. This is just my, But going into it though, I had a bad taste in my mouth.
From the last one?
From the last movie, which was, what was that one called?
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi, correct, right. That movie was drawn out and it was long and boring. The whole island scene, all that stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, with The Last Jedi.
Everyone has...
And I thought we would find,
Wait. Everyone has the griping of... Rey being the Mary Sue. You know the Mary Sue, the character that's like untouchable. That's the term for the untouchable character, Mary Sue. My biggest complaint of The Last Jedi was that they took Luke Skywalker, the character of Luke Skywalker...
Right. Which they should have featured.
And they basically just used him...
As a whiny...
As toilet paper.
Right, whiny bastard. The whole movie, right.
They took that character, and that character is supposed to be...
Almost like he gave up on the Jedi.
That character is supposed to be an inspirational character.
Right. He was no Yoda. Right, he wasn't Yoda Obi-Wan, but he was just uninspirational. Like, she was trying to help out the Jedi, Rey, and he was trying to kind of deflect her. Like, just give up already.
Just takes the lightsaber.
He went to an island, and he went
just takes the lightsaber and tosses it over.
Yeah, he tosses it.
But
he just tosses it.
That was my dealings with the last one, how much I did not like.
I think even the most die-hard Star Wars fan would have a little problem with the last one. The Force Awakens was great. This one was a little, the other one I'm talking about, The Last Jedi, was a little drawn out and boring.
And The Rise of Skywalker you liked?
Well, before we even get into the whole details of that, I just want to clarify this by saying that I was never a big fan of whiny Kylo Ren. I don't like Adam Driver in the character. I think that in general they should have used somebody darker and meaner than this whiny kind of character. I think they could have done better than that. I really do. That's my opinion. I think Adam Driver didn't do a great job in that movie. With that being said, as far as this movie goes, my synopsis is pretty much that the first half hour I thought was a little slow and boring. And again, you know my theory on Finn. I think Finn is a little bit too whiny. He's always worried about Rey.
He's comedy. Why did they make him just such
actually they made him total comedy, right?
Like
I liked him better in The Force
character.
Awakens when he was with Han Solo.
That was the only one where he was decent.
Right. After that, he just got a little crazy with everything.
The Force Awakens was the only one where he was decent, and they made him a joke.
Yeah. It just became like a joke. He was always worried about Rey, who could obviously take care of herself. What I did like about this latest movie, The Rise of Skywalker, was I liked some of the action sequences. Like you mentioned, the water scene, which not to give too much away, the water fight scene.
That was the only scene that had any sort of interest of mine, and it was still like.
I like seeing, and you said that even though Carrie Fisher had passed away before this movie, she was still in the movie.
Dude, she died like 3 years ago.
She died in the in the Last Jedi, I guess. She had died in that movie, correct? And then now
she died years ago, man.
Well, maybe this movie was already. I mean, was it in the works? I mean,
they CGI'd her into the movie.
That's crazy how they could do that. Then
they CGI'd her into the last movie.
No, she was in the last movie.
Dude, she was dead by the time the last one came out.
When she was floating in the air?
Yes.
She was already dead by that point?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god, that's insane. But, that's Organa? What's her name? It's,
What?
Senator Organa or something like that. Whatever her name is. But I see what you're saying. Well, first of all, we may be mistaken on that whole timeline, which as far as when she died.
Okay.
I mean,
about the movie though.
Okay, about the movie though.
This particular movie, she does die in this movie. Sorry, spoilers, everybody. Carrie Fisher actually does die in this movie.
Right. But with this particular movie, the first hour to me, it was a little, getting used to. But then I think the last hour made up. It's only 2 hours and 11 minutes.
And then
the last hour was awesome.
And then they have to erase C-3PO's.
Oh yes.
Memory.
Do you remember all the conspiracy theorists during the trailers when he goes, "I just want to take one last look at my friends." They made it look like he.
But like, why?
I don't know. I think J.J. Abrams brought a lot to this. I think he was trying to replicate Return of the Jedi. Because if you remember the last scene when everyone was fighting in the air, and if you remember when Rey was like, "You look at all your friends; they're into a trap." They made it look exactly the same.
Here's another spoiler: Chewie finally got his medal from the first movie.
Well, was he even begging for a medal in that first movie? He didn't get one. It was only Leia and Han Solo. And
he finally gave him his medal.
Okay.
Sorry, spoiler. Chewie gets his medal.
Well, I don't even want to even mention what else happens to Chewie.
Boop.
We won't get into what else happens to Chewie. But no, it's look. I actually look. Here's how I look at it. If you're watching that movie, you're a diehard Star Wars fan, so you have to be objective to the point where
I watched it and I wasn't.
See, you're like that. You can watch that movie and say, you know what? I don't like it.
Other than the first 3 Star Wars, I don't.
Well, we both agree. I mentioned it to you a little earlier. Is that I like the prequels more than the sequels. I like the first 3. The other 3 that were made.
I do too, but that's by
with Jar Jar Binks.
I do too, but that's by default because of how bad
the last 7, 8, 9 episodes were. But 7 was good. Force Awakens was a good movie. It was entertaining.
The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens. I mean, everyone pointed out how Rey was freaking the Michael Jordan of Jedis.
All of a sudden, she just had. You're right.
And now you see why she is the Michael Jordan of Jedi.
Well, she also had a lot of midi-chlorians.
Sorry, that's a spoiler.
But you're right, though, because she had no training. All of a sudden, she just uses her powers.
She's swinging the lightsaber around like she's a friggin' master of it in her first lightsaber battle. But now you see why. Now you see why she is.
Right, no. And let me tell you, they put a lot of production into this latest one. I mean, the special effects. First of all, special effects were awesome in the movie. Forget about the acting was good. The special effects were awesome. It's just the storyline in general. They probably could have done a better job. They really could have. They did incorporate Lando. Into the movie. Lando was in there. He was good to see Lando again. Still the womanizer. Had a little creepy look in his face sometimes when he's talking about Leia. Yeah, but even after she was gone. But no, I liked it though. And then you were talking about also, everybody knows at this point that Han Solo had died. And
the ghost Han Solo.
Right, exactly, which is weird because he has.
Why is there a ghost Han Solo?
But every time they made a ghost
spoiler.
It would have a little thing around him, though. But they didn't even have that little thing around him that showed him that he was.
I'm going to have to label it spoilers.
Of course. Look, anybody's watching.
All right, that's spoilers. Sorry. I'm going to label it spoilers.
We're not going to give any major spoilers, though. We're just giving scenes from the movie. There's no major spoilers. We're not going to give the storyline.
But if nobody's expecting Ghost Han Solo. If nobody's expecting Ghost Han Solo, sorry. We spoiled it for you. Whoopsie doodle.
Now, when I asked you about this movie, you weren't as high on it as I was. Did you get a little feeling? Remember that scene when they went on the island and her ship? She burned her ship and she threw the lightsaber. How did she get back? What did he do? He rose the. What was that ship called that he rose out of the water?
I was kind of annoyed when they were fighting over a ship.
But when he raised that ship out of the ocean, remember the one that we went to?
But do you remember when they were fighting over a ship?
The Dagobah system.
In this one we just watched, when Kylo Ren and Rey were fighting over control of a ship.
Oh, that's just a whole ridiculous part of it. That's a whole ridiculous aspect of it.
You know what I'm talking? When the ship was like, they thought Chewie was on the ship.
Yeah. Well, that's when they
found.
Yeah, she was holding.
The ship.
And I still don't understand how Chewie. How did that even happen?
No, because they
did you realize what was going on?
Yeah, because they were like, oh,
Okay.
He was taken on a different ship.
Okay, on a different ship.
Yeah.
I saw him go on that ship, and so did Rey, and she did what she did. Right, okay, so she was on the... Okay, fine. He was the last of the Wookiees, so you can't get rid of him.
Sorry, spoilers. Whoopsie doodle. Oh.
But no, it was... Look, the only part... Look, I like the movie.
Let's not spoil it anyway. We're not spoiling them. We're not saying anything.
It's a corny...
You have to talk about parts of the movie in order to review the movie, right?
Exactly.
Right.
And I think that they got extra corny. Like, Star Wars is never really corny type. This movie had a lot of corny jokes in it.
Oh, too many.
Yeah, too many corny jokes. And like, they're making it for the theater. Like, it was almost made for like the theater. You're supposed to laugh or some crap like that.
Well, what movie isn't supposed to be made for the theater? What
the hell
are you talking about that?
Yeah, no. They got a little too corny. And look, I give them credit for not making it in 3D. I'm surprised it's not 3D IMAX movies with this movie. But no, I mean, look, the part that I didn't like I told you, was Adam Driver playing Kylo Ren. That bothered me a little bit, because I think they could have done better. Even Snoke, when he was in the other movie, they could have done better than that. And this one, obviously, everybody knows Palpatine is in it.
Why, after all these movies,
Palpatine is there?
Well, alright.
Everybody knows Palpatine is there.
Whoops,
everybody knows the trailer shows Palpatine.
Anyway, I'm just saying, like, after all these movies, the only character that actually has any sort of backstory and depth is freaking Kylo Ren. Nobody else has any sort of
But his backstory came in The Force Awakens, though. That's how he fit.
Exactly. But we were still knowing about his background.
I guess so, alright.
Everyone else was just like a crapshoot, a roll of the dice. Like, do we get to know about this person? Yes or no? I mean, Finn was a stormtrooper, yeah. But other than that, Finn just yelled everybody's names and ran at people and tried to save everybody.
And without going into the spoilers, the Jedi have some new powers. They have a few new things that they can do, which we're not gonna. When you guys get to watch that, we can like, how did they learn how to do this? And what about the stormtroopers that all of a sudden now could, when did they learn how to fly?
What about the healing powers?
Well, exactly. Yeah. The Jedi's have some other powers now, but yeah. And not only that, they could remember the whole with the lightsaber scene from one to the other,
spoilers.
Which was crazy. But no, we're not giving them. I believe me, people could watch it and think from wrong. First of all, any Star Wars fan would have watched this movie by now anyway. I mean, give me a break. I liked it. I liked it. I'm not gonna. And again, I think that if you're not a Star Wars fan, you're not gonna like it.
I liked it better than the last one, but that doesn't mean I like it.
I didn't even hear Chewie once go with his voice. He didn't say anything really.
Chewie grumbled a bunch of times.
Did you? I didn't really hear it that much.
Chewie grumbled a bunch of times, man.
I like when Chewie grumbles.
Yeah.
And when people understand what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to understand. Poe, Finn, they only understand Wookiee.
That is good though, man. Wookiee grumbling is a universal language.
BB-8 is still going strong. This didn't feature R2-D2 all that much. A little bit it kind of did, but he wasn't really
he was in it for a bit.
Yeah, it was more C-3PO. Was more
because they're also trying to pass off the torch from R2-D2 to BB-8.
BB-8, well,
they really desperately want BB-8 They really desperately want BB-8 to be R2-D2 Part 2.
And again, I don't want to give out spoilers.
You can't say that they...
What I don't want to give out spoilers is that, do you remember in the beginning of the movie who is training Rey? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. What makes her qualified to train Rey?
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Well, maybe it's her saving herself from the outer space.
Oh, come on now. Now all of a sudden she's a trainer.
When she did the Mary Poppins thing.
No, they kind of went off the script on the last few episodes of this one.
That training montage.
It didn't make any sense. How is she training her when she never got trained herself?
Yeah.
Who's she qualified to train?
That was really a lame-ass training montage, too.
Yeah. That's like me training somebody to be a Navy SEAL. What the hell do I know? I mean, give me a break.
How much longer do you think you can talk about this?
Dude, I could talk about it for hours.
Alright, we're closing in on 18 minutes, but if you want to talk
18 minutes is nothing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Nothing. Let's get into how...
Wait.
Okay.
Did you like his mask? Did you like his put together again mask with the red streaks?
I gotta tell you, I didn't even like the original mask, but let me tell you, I like that one better than the original.
Did it not look like cheap as all hell?
Oh my god, with the red lines in it. I was trying to figure out. First of all, I didn't even like that mask, and then we start talking like this. What the hell's going on? He's a whiny crybaby, that Sith. Is he even a Sith Lord, that guy? I mean, give me a break. Give me a break with that guy.
I'm sorry, that mask looks so cheesy.
My favorite Sith of all time is Darth Maul. Darth Maul is the man, and they didn't feature him enough in the earlier movies.
But I got killed in the first movie.
And do you remember, and we're not going to give away any spoilers, but do you remember who the spy was? I'm the spy. And what happened to him like 5 minutes after? Give me a break.
Finn shoots him in the leg.
I'm the spy. No, but that was just a cover-up, right? And then what happens?
Whoops, spoiler. Finn shoots.
Let me tell you something. If you're trying to be an up-and-comer in the Empire, it's short-lived. Okay, you can do your best you can, but you fuck up one time, there's no write-up. Okay, you get your pink slip right away. Done. This fucking guy. Who would have thought he would have been the fucking? Give me a break. That guy. He was the biggest scumbag of them all. The writing messed up a little bit. Not the directing or the acting, but the writing messed up a little bit in the last one. It could have been a little bit better even. It really could have been better. But it was, look, I liked the first hour of it,
It was so boring.
The second hour, though, was great. The scenes were great. The fighting scene at the end was great with the Falcon and all those ships that came in. And look, it was corny at the end when, remember, they called out for help or whatever. It did get corny. But ultimately, the movie was like, let me tell you, when I was watching the movie, I actually jumped up. I was like, yeah. I was going, yeah. Like
yeah,
that.
Really?
Really? That's how I am in movies. You're more like,
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right, you're more glass half empty. I'm glass half full. You're oil, I'm vinegar.
Glass half full of Star Wars, Disney nut. That's what that glass is half full of.
Look. I like The Mandalorian also. Some people don't. You have to be a Star Wars fan. We were talking about the Clone Wars, the cartoon.
I never saw it. I wish I could have seen it.
But it all depends on how you look
Everyone
at it.
raves about the Clone Wars cartoon. But back...
Are you telling me that you didn't shed a tear in this movie? I literally shed a tear in this movie.
You know, actually, the moment where they all hugged at the end, that was nice. Even though I don't care about these three.
There was a few watershed moments for me. I shed a tear in a few parts of this movie.
No,
I was wiping like this.
when Poe, Finn, and Rey, when they all hugged at the end of the movie, that was a nice moment.
Yes, I'm sure I was bawling then. But even before that part, I don't know, bawling. But even before that part, I mean, I was like, this is a Star Wars movie. What's going on? Because no other Star Wars movie made me shed a tear. I'm being serious with you. I'm telling you exclusive. I'm telling you right now. I shed a few. I wasn't crawling like, but I was dripping. I was dripping wet. I gotta tell you something. I was like dripping wet. But it was really
which orifice?
from my eyes. if it was Leia from the 70s, who knows? But no, I was dripping wet. And let me tell you something. I really did get a little emotional.
No, I'm saying that's funny because I didn't care about these three characters throughout the trilogy. It was like they all hugged at the end when they all met together. I was like, oh,
yeah. It was cool. I mean, that was great. It was.
Yeah, but I didn't give a shit about. I didn't give a drop of shit about these characters. I was like, oh, that was nice.
Oh, dude, I had salty tears during almost the last.
Because you don't like any of these characters either.
But something about the movie had me dripping wet during the last fucking during the last 30 minutes of the movie. I was like doing like this, I was like, what's going on with me? I get very emotional when I'm watching these movies. I really do. Especially if there's a good scene that comes out of nowhere. You know. But I liked it. I really did. I thought they did a good job with it. I thought they summed it up good. And we'll see where they go from this. You said they're probably going to do a
better than the last one.
Yes. I mean, that's not saying much.
No. No, the bar has been that low that...
It's like when Disney gets a script, they're like, okay, approved. They don't even fucking
Although I also didn't...
George Lucas should be approving these scripts.
I didn't also sit through Rogue One, and I saw 0 part of Solo. So it's not like, you know
Rogue One was okay.
I'm not diehard Star Wars fan.
What made Rogue One good is that it wasn't part of the whole saga. See, these 3 movies at the end were part of the saga.
But where would you put Rise of Skywalker on the list?
Oh, that's an excellent question, Chris. Slasher, you got 9 movies. You got 1 through 9. Where would I rate that one?
Yeah,
obviously, I would rate Star Wars.
Not including.
Well, not including the individual ones, right. Or the other one, right, Rogue One. No, that's a good question. How would you rate these movies? Obviously, anyone would take the originals 1, 2, and 3 like that. I guess you have to go 1, 2, and 3. Because even though Return of the Jedi people didn't like, it's still better than any other remake. Here's how I would do it: 1, 2, 3, and
how do people not like Return of the Jedi?
There's people that didn't like Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I know. Actually, now
when you compare it to Empire Strikes Back,
now I'm thinking about it. Assholes don't like Return of the Jedi. There's some fucking assholes just because of the Ewoks.
Oh, you're right. They hated the Ewoks. And the Ewoks were... Remember the Ewoks at the end?
The Ewoks are the
Ewoks are in it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yes, we got an Ewok.
Yes, we got the Ewoks back. Yes, anybody who hated them, you get to see them again.
Yes. And that's what I give people who don't like the Ewoks.
Let me tell you, I actually heard some kind of fanboy sing the Ewok song.
I love the Ewoks.
But no,
Ewoks are dope, Mike.
I have no problem with the Ewoks. I like them better than the Jar Jars. But Ewoks were okay.
His race is the Jar. What's Georgia? The Gungans.
The Gungans, right? The Gungans, underwater Gungans from Naboo. But no, if I had to rate them, see, that's a great question. Anybody would take the first 3 as their top 3.
And I don't know.
How would you rate the first 3 though? Would you go Empire Strikes Back before?
I don't know what I'd be able to rate the first 3 in order.
You didn't have to keep it as one, right?
Because they're all great movies.
They're all great movies, right? But I would still put Phantom Menace and Revenge of the Sith, not the Clone Wars, but Phantom Menace and Revenge of the Sith ahead of the other two. See, you know what's funny? The Phantom Menace, even though it was bad, it wasn't as bad as the Last Jedi. You know,
no, it wasn't.
It wasn't as bad. So, I mean...
No, since the Last Jedi was probably the worst of the worst.
But those were still George Lucas movies, though. Those other prequels. Even though people didn't like them, they were still George Lucas. And it still had some kind of feeling to it. Those end scenes were awesome. I love those end scenes. Probably more than you ever did.
No, well, the end scenes were good. At least...
Also, that's another thing. I didn't like Kylo Ren's... his lightsaber. I didn't like that stupid, like crucifix looking lightsaber, that cross lightsaber. I didn't like that shit. I thought it was stupid. And then remember at the end, actually there's a few little things for people to watch though. How Rey has another lightsaber, and it was the whole thing going on. But no. But I did like The Force Awakens. Out of all the latest 3, I like The Force Awakens the most. And this one was pretty good too, though. I'm not going to downplay it. I like it. I like the Star Wars crap. I really do.
The only thing I liked...
It was very corny, though. It really was very corny. And so many corny parts.
The only thing I liked of this one was the fight when they're on the ship. When they're on top of the ship.
Right.
The freaking tidal waves.
Right.
Going over the ship. That's the only...
And you know what's funny?
That was it.
You know what's funny?
Everything else I watched this movie, I was like...
you know what's funny?
I was like numb, and I was like, my head's tilted, and I'm looking at it like,
But
and then that happens, like, oh, it's cool. And I wasn't even like, oh, this is awesome. I was like, oh, it's cool.
But you know what's funny when you mention that? When I saw that scene, when the first thing I thought about was the best fighting scenes towards the end. You had the one...
That was it.
We know, Revenge of the Sith, you had the one where you're on the volcano island.
I mean of that particular scene.
Right, but that scene made me think of all the other fight scenes. The best fight scene would probably have to be the Empire Strikes Back fight scene. I think that would be the best one anyone would ever love. Because Star Wars really didn't have one. It was just the battle at the end.
I really liked Yoda and Dooku.
Oh yeah, that was a good one too. But again, that was going to the prequels.
Throwing stuff, yeah.
That was going into the Clone Wars, actually. That was the Clone Wars movies. Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a good scene too. They had some good scenes. They had way better fight scenes than the last 3 sequels did. The last 3, the 7, 8, 9 did. Because most of the fight scenes... Look, the fight scene between Rey and Kylo Ren it just seemed like, I don't know, it just didn't seem organic to me for some reason.
What do you mean when they teamed up against the Emperor?
No, I'm talking, again, that one also. I'm talking about the first one when they fought each other in the woods, when she hardly knew what her powers were, and she was able...
it's because... Oh, should we spoil it?
No, don't spoil anything.
Should we spoil it?
Oh, no. Oh, because that's why. Good thinking. Right. That's why. There's a reason why she's so powerful, which you guys will find out. But anyway, don't spoil that. But yeah. But what's the best fight scene? The best fight scene has to be The Empire Strikes Back with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
The best fight scene of all these movies has to be. And I do like the one, though, in the Phantom. I like the one in the Phantom Menace.
I like all the original movies.
No, but I think my second best fight scene,
like with the Jedi, they were all great.
I think the Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan versus the Darth Maul was a great fight scene also, though.
And then Phantom Menace.
Well,
when
yeah. Well, actually, that's what I'm talking about.
When Darth Maul.
Yeah, you didn't like that. We had to go from room to room.
Kills Qui-Gon.
And then Obi-Wan comes up with the does this whole thing.
It's like I wish they could have ended that whole thing better.
That was a great sequence, and the music was great. The way they played it, I liked it.
But for Rise of Skywalker.
And let me tell you something. Kylo Ren was on Darth Vader's jock the whole fucking series. I mean, give me a break. He was worshiping that melting mask during every single movie.
He was.
I mean, give me a break.
For Rise of Skywalker, like, what would you say?
I would do the same thing. I would give it a semi. I wouldn't give it I'll give it a meh. That's a good one. It's like no thumbs down, no thumbs up. I'm not going to give it a thumbs down. I'm not going to do that. The other one I would give it a thumbs down. The Last Jedi. If you're a Star Wars fan, boom.
You know
but
what?
this one I have to give like a semi. I have to give almost a 90-degree angle on that one.
Like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, something like that.
Rip.
Like we started wrestling. He was doing rip him. No, I wouldn't give it a total thumbs up. But
you know what? I think I might agree with you there. Not thumb completely down. Maybe thumb to the side.
And
I'd say maybe thumb to the side.
And you know what, Slasher?
Compared to the last one.
Mr. Slasher. You know what I think the problem is? I think that Disney is trying to pump these movies out so quickly that they're just taking any script. Like George Lucas wouldn't approve any of these scripts. They're just pumping out scripts so quickly that they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Is that right?
Let's go into production right away. They think, because you know what they're feeding on? The fact that Star Wars fans are going to pay to see the movie, which they are going to anyway.
Yeah.
They're just going to pay.
Or Disney fans in general.
But put some time into it. Have you noticed every single year in December they come out with new one for the past 3 years? They're not putting any effort into the script. And it's not the acting, it's not the production, it's not the special effects, it's not the cinematography. It's all about the story. Right. I mean, you've got to come up with the story.
The writing. Exactly.
You got to do a better job. And I'm a little disappointed with the last three. Not The Force Awakens so much, but The Last Jedi and the Rise.
But even the thing, like, just like a lot of other people, like they walked out of The Force Awakens, like,
which is
that
crazy.
was good, right? Like, and then you realize that it actually was just a rehash of A New Hope.
Well, and that's what people loved about it, though. It had that funny character. Charismatic acting to it.
No, but like the thing with the exactly.
Could you imagine if J.J. Abrams didn't direct the movie? I mean, I don't even know what they would have done. Well, maybe James Gunn could have done a good job. But anyway, look.
But you give it a meh.
I give it a meh. I give it almost a thumbs up, but like, and this is as a Star Wars fan though. As a Star Wars fan, I give it I give it like a 3/4 up.
Sideways.
Total side neutral.
Yeah. On a 4-star rating, I'd give it 2 stars.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't even talk about like one of the big spoilers in the movie. You guys decide for yourself, but it wasn't even that great. But you guys decide for yourself.
But yeah. There you go. I did a Star Wars review.
Who could believe it? The first Star Wars review.
Wow, I talked about a Star Wars movie.
What is your favorite Star Wars movies of all? Would it be Empire Strikes Back?
I can't. I think mine is my first.
I think Empire Strikes Back would be my favorite.
Between the first 3, I don't know. Maybe Return of the Jedi, man. Might be Return of the Jedi.
Well, that's my second one. And let me tell you, I love The New Hope. But Empire Strikes Back, I loved that movie. I really did. He went to the Dagobah system, hooked up with Yoda, who was talking like this, I think. He was doing his whole thing. And
like The Empire Strikes Back for me.
And Return of the Jedi was a great movie too. But you know what? It's hard to decide. It really is. It's like trying to say who's your favorite child. Like it's hard to tell, right? How are you gonna say who your favorite child is?
Not that little asshole Timmy.
Not that little motherfucker. That's the middle one.
Can't stand that little bastard.
That little bastard. No, you gotta love all the kids the same way, and that's how I feel. I mean, Star Wars was great, but you didn't see any real. Well, only fighting you saw between the Jedi was Obi-Wan and of course.
In what? In the very
first one, yeah, you saw Obi-Wan versus
Darth Vader. I'm still wondering why Obi-Wan decided to lay his head down.
Yeah, you know what? That's the big question. He was trying to give a point to because he looks at Luke and then he just goes, "Let me put my head down and die."
I still never to this day.
I guess he was trying to save them, like say, "Get out of here," because Darth Vader would never let you guys go. I guess. I guess. I mean, why would you? You know. If you strike me down, Darth, I'll be more powerful than you know. That's what he said. And then they ended up having that pre-projection kind of deal. I'm surprised we didn't see. There was no Yoda in this last one at all, was there? Not that I can remember.
Not even Ghost.
Not even projection Ghost Yoda. There was no Yoda at all. I was a little disappointed with that too.
There was no projection.
No, there was no Yoda at all.
No Force Ghost Yoda.
No. But I like the movie.
Yeah, we were now trying to think. Now I have to.
No, there was none. There was no Yoda. There was no Obi-Wan.
Not even for a second.
They should have. No, there was nothing.
I'm trying to think.
No. All you have was old school characters like Billy D and Lando.
Oh yeah, Billy D came back. Lando came back.
Billy D came back looking just as suave as ever. Like, what did he play in Batman? He played Harvey.
He's Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent. But anyway, to sum it up, ladies and gentlemen, I say it's a must-watch. It is a must-watch, right? You have to watch it. But I give it a meh. As a Star Wars fan.
This is meh. This is my meh. Simple. Sideways.
Yeah,
okay.
He's giving a sideways thumbs up. Thumb side. I don't even know what you call that. Cisco and Ebert never did that. They did another meh. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little. I'm gonna give it a little above a meh, like a okay.
You give it an
Give it an
instead of a meh.
But I still say if you're a Star Wars fan, it's a must watch. In fact, if you're a Star Wars fan, it's a must watch anyway. You don't need to listen to us to decide whether to watch it. You just watch it if you want to watch it. And with that.
Anyone can say whatever the hell they want about this in the comments.
Like, these guys don't know what the F they're talking about.
Good point.
Yeah, and we don't. We really don't.
No, we do. We watch the freaking movie.
Yeah, I know.
We watched all the Star Wars movies. Like, I said I didn't.
But I couldn't tell you the name of that character that played by Lupita. Remember the one with the big eyes, the little tiny guy. You know the name of that character? I think real Star Wars fans know the name of that character. But no, I don't know. Who knows the name of these characters? I'm just looking at it from perspective, and I should know the characters. I've seen the movies over and over again, but who knows?
But, anywho,
enjoy the movie. It's only 2 hours and 11 minutes, so it's not that bad. It's probably rated like PG or G.
G for garbage? What?
Oh, G for garbage. I didn't hear that.
Whoops. Sorry.
Whoops. It's not really garbage.
No, it's not garbage. Not compared to the last one.
Not compared to the last one, right? You give that one a G rating. A G rating for garbage.
Holy, horrific hell. So, yeah. So, Mike and I saw The Rise of Skywalker. And, yep. I gave it that, he gave it and...
Which I don't even understand what that word means. Why is it called The Rise of Skywalker?
Because she adopts a name.
Motherfucker didn't rise! Who rose?
Alright, sorry.
I don't want to know, don't spoil it.
I gotta stop it now. Before
Don't spoil it.
later, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.